was born in Laos, someplace in Laos. I don't know exactly where. My parents don't know exactly where because it was in the middle of a war and it was just along the way. Back in the early 70s, with the fall of the country, we migrated to Thailand. Spent a little time there when I was very, very young, and then came to the state December 23rd, 1979. It was hard. I think the hardest thing for me was realizing and knowing that, you don't have a father figure in the house, because my dad passed away just before we came to the States. So it was just me and my mom, and my brothers and sisters. They all were older, married, and kind of moved on. So it was just the two of us. So, poverty, not having money, not having things to wear like your friends, and, just things like that kind of sets in and bothers you a little bit. But other than that, I think I'm doing a lot better in the States than if I was to be in a third world country, yeah. There was no life there. It was just a passing through type of place. My brother thought that if you wanted a future, you need to go to the next destinations, and he chose the United States. My oldest brother came there first to Missoula, Montana, the land of snows. But I grew up and not having very much luck in life. I couldn't get a summer job. Nobody would hire me. So I mowed lawns, things like that, and just to have some spending money. I moved down to California in 1988 when I graduated from high school. But I never stopped dreaming. I dreamt of having good things, doing good things, and just having money, because, growing up, not having anything, that seems to be a part of your life that, you always want to fulfill. I went into business. I had a pizza parlor from 97 till like 2002. And then I went into real estate, did that for a little bit until the housing bubble burst in 2006, 2007. Somehow, as I was just crashing down, I landed here in FFS. Had a couple choices. My wife and I had to sit down and really think about what we wanted to do to win, pretty much, or to get the things that we want in life. Are we gonna go back to school, get another degree, and compete? I was 37, so at age 37, to get back into business, we didn't have the money to get back into business anymore. So we made a decision. My cousin, friend, approached me about taking a look at networking, pretty much. I didn't believe in it. I thought it was just people trying to lure you in to do something that's not right. And so I gave him the runaround for about 2 years. I didn't even answer his calls and things like that, until one day he got another person's phone and called me. And I didn't know, so I picked it up. And he said, I know you're tired from the restaurant business and all that. We're having a convention in Vegas. Why don't you come by? If you don't like it, I'm never ever gonna bother you again. I said, deal. So my wife and I drove to Vegas. We went in, looked at everything, saw everyone there. And what we saw were a few people that we know in life that seems to be doing well. Got a chance to talk to some carriers. And then we just walked away. We just got in the car, we drove all the way back to Fresno, signed ourselves up, and I've never had a boss since then. I think the hardest lesson for me is that initial things where when you start to do things for yourself and you start to fail. It was hard at first because, it's the easiest thing is to give up and move on to the next thing. And but I had to learn that, burn your bridges. Get rid of everything in that it's in your way, and just focus on one thing. And if you give enough time to it, you can overcome. I love music. Actually, I've been in a band for 30 years, been playing music forever. I've recorded so many songs. I think it gave me confidence. It takes away that fear factor. But we had to make a decision. When you have no money, you need to make sure there's food on the table and everything else. One of my bridges that I had to burn was, okay, music, back burner. I'm not gonna look at you for another 7 years. So I spent the first 3 years just not doing anything at all. I know I love music, I can't let go, but you just know that can't take priority. Sometimes you're growing up and not having things, you think, I always have the shorter end of the stick. I'm glad that those things were put in front of me, because looking back right now, they were there for a reason. It's to make me stronger, it's to make me better, and to make me overcome that. Because once you overcome your biggest fear, then everything is the walk in the park. Every person, I think they're subject to the conditions in life that they're brought up in. My situations for being with one parent, growing up poor, poverty, feeling trying to make a new land, your land, and everything else. It gives you that drive to say, you know what, I have an opportunity. I need to do something. I need to be somebody. And I'm just so blessed that that I am in the United States. The conditions that I grew up in really has an impact on who I am and what my thinking is and what I'm willing to do. I like to think that I'm passionate because I like what I do. I like seeing people grow. I like to know that each family is saved. I'm just blessed to have found FFS. You got to be at the right place in the right time, and I was there at the right place in the right time, and I felt like FFS was put together for me, for my family. It gave me a life that sometimes I'm thinking that I'm not even worthy of. To have what I have, to do what I do, to be in this position, when I think about it, I think that it shouldn't be me, that I'm still in a dream or something. It's real. It's just an amazing feeling.